Peace, peace, and peace. Hope everybody's doing well. Hey, gentlemen, I wanted to offer a challenge. But first, they did this right. You know how when we first liking a girl, or as a matter of fact, even for some of you gentlemen who are in the cars or bikes, you see a hot bike or a hot car that you want, excuse me, and if someone asks you about it, man, you could break it. Excuse me, I was drinking orange juice, y'all, my bad. But anyway, you could tell a person anything about this girl or anything about this car or anything about this bike, right? Well, when I was in Philly, I had the privilege of working not only with youth, but I worked with a couple men's groups as well, right? And it was cool. It was real cool. It was eye-opening. Oh man, I'm sorry. I had to interrupt for a second. I love this sun. I love it. But anyway, one of the exercises that I regularly utilized was simple. It was to write down a couple lists, and I'm gonna make it a little easy because I got probably about 50 of these. But write down 15 attributes of yourself regarding character. I'm not talking about how much money you got and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about, are you a caring person? Do you have integrity? Can you be trusted? These type of things, right? 15, all right? And then what I want you to do, what I ask you to do, I should say, is write down a list of all of your abilities. Meaning, can you cook? Do you know how to maintain a house? Can you build? Are you good with your hands in any kind of way? Do you know technical skills? Are you good with your kids? Are you understanding, open-minded? These type of things, right? And after you make these lists, I'm a person who's about routine. I think routine is healthy. Routine is stable. I'm not saying you should be like prudish or anything like that, where you just a robot and you don't do anything outside of the lines. However, I think it's good still to have a routine regarding certain things. Like I have a morning routine that anyone who knows me knows what that is. I get up very early in the morning. I'm not going to tell you my whole routine, but the fact of the matter is I get up early in the morning every day. People know that they can hit me up at 5 in the morning. They know I'll be up. But they also know I'm busy, doing things. But my point is, make that part of your routine. Once you get that list, those lists, read those lists regularly. Remind yourself of who you are. Remind yourself of your value. Remind yourself of how important you are to people, especially your kids. And I'm going to tell you something. There are people who admire you who you don't even know. There are people who are watching you from afar and you don't even have a clue. There are people who are motivated by your strength. There are people who know the things that you've been through in your life and they're inspired by that, even though they may not come and tell you. They're motivated. Do you realize that even just being kind to some people is like very powerful, man? Especially someone who's having a bad day, and you're just kind to them. You're just nice, soft-spoken if you have to be. A lot of times, man, Scripture says that we shouldn't do anything to become a stumbling block or cause any kind of stumbling block in other people's lives. So adding to a person's pain, adding to people's misery, That ain't what's up, man. You know, me personally, my motivation every day, this ain't no lie, every day, my motivation is to affect someone's life in a positive way. That's why I really don't care if only one person watches my videos. I don't care. That's one person who, thank God, who's being affected in a positive way. I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy at all. At all. And like I said, if, you know, because of the fact that I was built to handle the things that I've gone through, I've been a soldier in life. A soldier, and I'm still a soldier. I was built for this. That's why God allowed me to go through it. Because he had a greater purpose. He allowed his only begotten son to be crucified for people who hate him. So what makes you think that he won't allow you to go through some stuff if it's for a greater purpose? And it's a wonderful thing when you do find your purpose, when you do make sense of all the stuff you've been through in your life, and now you are able to incorporate those things. Now you are able to convert that pain into power. Now you are able to utilize your experience to connect with other people, which will enhance your desire to want to help them because you understand their pain. You understand firsthand what they've been through. Transparency. I was introduced to crack cocaine when I was 15. I remember it was like it was yesterday. It wasn't that I didn't know what it was, but it was 1985. There wasn't no Pookies and Ray Rays and all that. There was just a bunch of hype people getting hyped off this thing, and a bunch of young hustlers getting paid off of it. And more than that, but that's a whole nother story. But I remember, man, at that time I was staying with my grandmother, and I had gone to her house late at night. I'm telling you, man, my grandmother is the only person who ever showed me real love. Ever, man. I wish she could see what I became. Well, like my uncles and them, she was more frequent, I'll say that, because she was around, a little bit more. She basically was like my mama. But I came in the house, right, and one of my aunties was in the basement with her kid's dad. And so they called me downstairs, right? So I go downstairs and they giggling, and I imagine they was getting high, but I didn't know with what. And so she was like, "Here, hit this," and she gave me this glass pipe, right? And then she put the stone on it. So I like grab it and was getting ready like put it in my mouth and light it like an L, like a joint. For those of you who don't know what that is. And they both jumped. They was like, no. Right? It was like that, like it was some nitro. I learned later on, it is nitro to an individual. It ain't good for you at all. Anyway, real quick. So I remember, so one of them held it. I can't remember which one. One of them held it and one of them lit it, and I hit it. Man, let me tell you something. That was the worst feeling I ever felt in my life. I literally just went back upstairs. I had some noodles on the stove that I had turned on, but when I first came in, I went and turned them off, pushed them off the eye, went and laid down on the couch, and I was done. I was sick. It was crazy. And the sad thing about it is they continued to give it to me until I got conditioned to it. Whew. And did that take me to a whole nother place? I'll tell y'all about it one day. Y'all have a great rest of your day. And please, gentlemen, consider that challenge. Peace.